the Overly Opinionated Podcast. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free the guys.
And free the Congo. Bro, the Browns made the playoffs, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. You happy?
Bro, I'm always happy when the Browns win.
Just win?
That's it.
Do it change when they go to the playoffs?
A little more, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, I forgot. Make sure you hit the like on this video if you enjoy it. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And ring the notifications bell because it helps. Share it. That helps. Comment for sure. Every way that you could interact with this video would help us a lot. So do that shit free. If you fucks with it. It is also free. Speaking of free, we got a week.
A week. He called me today, yeah.
He's stoked, huh?
He's stoked. He said he having dreams and everything, bro.
Man.
Yeah. He said he been dreaming about this day.
The niggas is free.
Facts.
In a week. I'm excited too, bro.
Yeah.
I'm excited too.
You got a birthday coming up.
Sure.
Anything planned? Nothing?
Not at all.
Nothing at all. Bro, no way, right? Not even like, oh, I'll go do this.
It was actually kind of cool getting my getting a different car, like at the end of the year.
Why?
Because when I got when I had to get my car registered.
Oh, the timing.
I just did all that shit. I just did all that shit right then. I was like, I don't even got to do this for my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing, man.
Oh, wow.
Feels great.
Also, why do you care that the Browns make it? Do you care? Or you just know I care?
I care some. I do just know that you care. But I care some.
More than like another team?
Yeah.
Why?
But only some other teams. Because everyone I know is a Browns. Almost everybody that I know is a Browns fan.
Yeah, that shit a religion.
Yeah. But just like last year when the Bills were doing well, like my cousin who passed away, rest in peace, Mike, he was a big Bills fan. So I was banging for the Bills to do well when they was doing well.
Gotcha.
I'm a fan by proxy. Like y'all fuck with them, so
you fuck.
I'm happy for y'all. Yeah.
Bandwagon.
I get y'all's excitement. Call it what you want, man.
Because you don't be down when we down. You call us idiots.
I don't.
No, you be like, that's weird.
I just look at you like an idiot.
But
I don't call you that.
But I know you beg for it when they up, like. But when they down, you not down.
I don't care,
bro. You should care though. That's the point.
Tomato, potato, my dude. Like I don't see it that way at all.
Yeah, no. I can't change it.
Right.
Yeah, it's just in me. Pause.
Yep. What's something else that's just in you is knowing that let a nigga know is exactly what LANK stands for.
Letting a nigga know.
Let a nigga know.
Across the front. It's an acronym that stands for Let a Naysayer Know. Coordinator
that
Bill
is
O'Brien.
not what I thought.
Is that not what you thought?
Boy, let a naysayer know.
Let a naysayer know.
Of course.
The professional's right in the middle of his lead.
No, that's not what it stands for. It's let a naysayer know. It's a naysayer.
Bro, when he read that shit, I was like, okay. But when Pat McAfee was the one who weighed in, I don't know why. There's something beautiful about that moment.
I'm a big fan of him.
Why?
Because since he retired, he been making some heat content. Like I'll be watching a couple of his clips, and they make me laugh. Like my stomach hurt laugh. Like he really had bro, for real. Like I know nothing. I'm gonna send you one. Is one of my favorite ones ever. Like. And his personality is just really through the roof. I fuck with it. And him saying that, it only makes sense like that he said that because based off his previous clips, it's like, wow, like he really tied in for real, for real.
So there's a was it ESPN? Is that ESPN?
It's like College Game Day. But yeah.
Okay, so College Game Day, there's a color commentator he's just like the business guy. He basically reads the ads and all that, and he's like whoever it was, a player has
A black player.
a black player has a clothing line, and it's LANK. And he starts to read it off, and he's like, "Let a naysayer know." And Pat McAfee weighs in like, "I thought that was going somewhere else."
For real.
And the black dudes on the table or at the table was talking. They was the same.
Yeah.
They was like, "Yeah, no, we."
But it wasn't a black dude who was saying it. A white guy
Right.
said it.
Yeah,
So for them to think it was going somewhere else makes it even more funnier to me. Like, y'all know something about your coworker. I don't know. I looked at it like that too.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because why else would you think that? Now, I know what it means if I just look at the player. Now, if the commentary, like what he said, is stood for, like, of course you'll say that. But nah, that's not what that means, though.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't like taken aback necessarily. I was like, well, of course he's not gonna say.
Yeah. Facts. But for them to think it was going to go somewhere else, I know what happens behind the set.
What happens behind the set? Never mind. Don't answer that question.
Naysayers everywhere.
Naysayers. He be letting them naysayers know. We got some shit today, I think.
Yeah. This is one I'm really excited about.
That sounds wild.
Pause. Yeah. I'm just shocked that, like, you just don't know.
Why?
Because it's like, okay, never mind. I'm not shocked. You didn't know Super Gremlin, so never mind. You're just blind, basically.
No,
Yeah, you're blind.
no, I'm not.
So
I just don't be there. I don't be around there.
you don't be nowhere.
That's a fact too.
It's nowhere. That's the answer. You don't be nowhere.
That's a fact. I mean, yeah, kind of.
So the Jeffrey Epstein list dropped. It's like,
I don't even know what that means.
So
The Jeffrey Epstein list.
his clients of his business, like, I think it's over like 150 plus clients of his trafficking ring. You know, they say he had. And it's some famous names on there. And some names didn't get released, which I don't know why. The judge, it was a court order release that it has to get released to the public. But certain names, like, I think it's like 3 names that got left off. It was sealed still. I don't know how you got it sealed. I'm assuming you paid to get it sealed. Like, why else would you say not release these? And I just wanted to know if it was anybody I support that was on there. And couple names, like, it was like, damn, that's how y'all get on for real.
Is it? I'm a curious dude. I'm also super fucking skeptical all the time. Is it crazy? And I know that sometimes, like, the question that I ask, my curiosity leads me to ask a question that's not okay to ask. Let me know if this is one of those questions.
Yeah.
Everyone that's on that list was part of trafficking? That seems super unlikely, right?
Do you know what that means by a part? Like, what do you mean by a part?
Like, they took part in, like, his trafficking ring.
As in clients. And if you want a little girl, we got that for you.
Right, yeah.
That's what they're saying. Yes.
Who's saying that?
When he went down, he was getting interviewed. And there were statements, they have documents, they have travel logs, they have all that. So that is what the information is. How many times someone went to his property, they have all that.
Now, that doesn't sound like just because I go to your house and you just happen to be selling crack out of it, don't mean that I was going to your house helping you sell crack, right? That's, I guess, like, my skepticism comes from, like,
that makes sense.
All of these people are taking part in, like, actual sex trafficking. It just that seems unlikely to me.
That does not seem unlikely to me.
I get that.
Now, also what was released is, like, the statements in the interviews. Giselle, I think it was his wife's name or whatever.
Ghislaine.
Sure, his wife. It was a dialogue you get to read. Somebody asked her, she said this. Specifically, Bill Clinton said he likes them young. That Jeffrey knew how young he liked them. Yeah.
Fucking yikes.
Crazy. Prince William on that list.
Right.
People who was on this list, some say it wasn't shocking, like they already knew. Like they had like Oprah on there. I don't know if you care about Will Smith is on there. Will Ferrell is on there. Bro, they got like a lot of famous people, majority famous people and people of power.
And the point is that none of them were just going there to play video games.
Correct.
All of them were getting...
Correct. Now, I don't know what happens going forward here. Bro, even release, this is so crazy. They made jokes about this. But it was said that Stephen Hawkins, that's the wheelchair man. Bro, I want to make sure I get it right. It's Stephen King or Stephen Hawkins. Whoever is in the wheelchair and can't walk, they said, bro, which one is it so we can get it correct?
R.I.P. Stephen Hawking, man.
Is him?
Yeah, Hawking.
Hawking. Yeah. Okay, yeah. They said he had, which is, I don't know how, but had an orgy with underage girls.
What do you mean you don't know how, my nigga? Stop it. Stop. Darius, no. Darius, okay. Stop, bro. Darius, right. Stop, man.
Okay.
Stop. Hey, no.
That was a legit statement. I don't know how.
You don't have to add that.
I don't even think he feeds himself. Like, bro, I don't know.
R.I.P. Stephen Hawking.
Sure.
No, he doesn't feed himself.
Okay, but I don't. They said he had a little orgy with underage girls. Like, that was all in there. Like, it was a official government website. Bro, I remember when it dropped, the server shut down because so many people tried to access it to see what was all on there. And I'm surprised you just didn't know nothing about this.
Nothing. Well, I knew that something happened.
Yeah.
I'd been seeing Jeffrey Epstein's face
everywhere.
I'm not clicking on it though. Like I'm not. Why? Why do I need to do that? Like I'm not on Instagram because I want to read about like that.
Yeah.
So I haven't clicked on his face, but again, let me know if this is crazy for me to say.
Go ahead.
Especially with the information that you gave me about the website crashing. This feels like we're being distracted. Like, this feels like intentionally distracting news. Like, I'm supposed to give a fuck about what these famous people are doing right now. It's like, dog, what? You telling me because this famous dude flew, or these famous people that I'm supposed to give a shit about caught flights to this rich guy's island, I'm supposed to now accept and assume that they were all taking part in like a heinous crime, and that's what my focus is supposed to be? Niggas is dying. Like niggas is dying in my city. Like
I think I care so much because like missing children is a problem here though. Like,
of course,
and it's like once they go,
how does that help? No, see, that's the thing I don't fuck with. How does like
it doesn't help, but it gives us an idea where these kids could possibly be.
No, it doesn't.
To me, it does.
Epstein been dead, dog. Like his island ain't in action right now.
But I don't think he's the only one. Like I feel like this has been happening, and that's why his niggas is dying over this case. Like this, just like. Because I believe it so much, I just feel like it further proves my point. I'm not open to being wrong here or this being fake information or whatever.
What point? Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm be honest, I'm kind of not open to this being, like, I already knew. Well, I already feel like this was true, this was happening, but this is just like, this is it. Like, about time it's coming to light.
And my argument isn't that it's fake. It's that it seems like bolstered. It seems like this is being exaggerated some. And I don't know. Like, you are giving me the first information that I have about this list that dropped. But to me it seems like if you have like flight logs or whatever saying that they went there, that means that they at least hung out with a guy who was a fucking villain. Yeah. I don't think that to me, if that's the evidence that you're saying that they have, I don't know. And I'm saying I have no idea. But the evidence that you told me they have just says that you hung out with someone who's a villain. Confirmed villain, sick dude. Would I prefer people not hang out with villains? Sure. But I don't think that means they're taking part in this villainy. Like, I don't see those as easily connected as you do here.
Okay. Now, what would be the reason for his suicide?
Oh, yeah, no, that looked fishy as fuck. That looked extra fucking fishy.
So, and it's a lot of things that happen here that I feel like is just fucking weird. Like, why?
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Why would it take so long for you just to release this? For one, like, again, we knew how long ago he died. Like, why now would you release it? Also, if you're going to release it, why not release all of it? Like, how can somebody get their name sealed from the release? And rumor has it, one of them was a president. They say it was Obama, but I don't know. I can't believe. Now, my pro-blackness just won't let me believe that one for some reason. But I heard, like, I don't know if they say Obama is one of the names that's not getting released. But it would make sense of someone paying not to get their name released. But why Oprah wouldn't pay? Like, this is a billionaire we're talking about. So it's like, I don't know what goes on to keep it sealed, but it's a lot of fishy shit to me.
And I think I agree with everything that you just said. How, like, I don't know what, like, why would this be the case and this not be the case? Like, it feels like we just don't know shit, yet we are meant to, like, focus on it.
Yeah.
It's like they gave the littlest bit of information according to what I know now. Like, I have not checked into this at all. So maybe they gave enough information to make decisions and judgments about. But the information that I have right now, it just sounds like we're all in a frenzy to find out who's
connected,
who's nasty. Yeah. It's like, you know who's nasty? Politicians. You know who's nasty? You know who's nasty? The motherfuckers here in Ohio who are trying to make it to where legalized weed ain't really legalized weed, even though we voted on legalized weed.
Right.
That's who's nasty. It's nasty that we can't vote for the shit we want to, and it's still a whole 3 generations before us that's making it seem like, man, you better be voting. You better be fucking voting to change the world. It's like, huh?
Now, I'll be lying to you if I didn't think this. When it dropped now, like, went through some of the shit, I thought, like, what happens now? Like, if this the information you gave us, like, it must not be enough to fucking press charges on these people. Like, so what is release? I guess releasing just so we know who we're watching or whatever. I didn't understand the release. Like, I feel like people should know, but it's like, if they're not getting charged with anything, like, what is the purpose of this now?
Focus on this.
So I did
look over here.
That.
Look over here.
So
that's what it is, man. And I don't know what they doing, but it's like it ain't shit. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. You know, the last time I heard or thought about Jeff Epstein, when that Netflix joint dropped about him, and I watched it.
I didn't even watch it.
And it's nasty. Dude is a nasty dude. He probably at risk of sounding callous against a man who is no longer. He probably deserved worse, for sure. He probably deserved worse. But the thing that resonated with me so fucking much was the fact that, like, money really changes everything.
For real.
Like, he was charged. He was charged. He was convicted. He was sentenced. And he still ain't really do jail time. Like, he had to go to prison. And he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, nah, your work is so important, we gonna let you out and let you break all the rules that we give you when we let you out.
And I think the reason, because he was willing to tell, like, everything. Like, he was in the process of that. And I think that's why he got smoked, for real.
Of course.
Like, but I just wish, like, you have to see that coming, right? Like, we all knew he was gonna die. I've like a case that big, and with people that important power, There's no way this information was going to just get out willy-nilly like
But it did. But it did. He died and it didn't change shit. That don't make sense to me though, right?
I think what got out is what they wanted to get out.
Okay.
Now, there is...
And you just eating it up. And you comfortable just eating it up.
But I know there's more though. And
what do that mean? Like, my nigga, you want more than this? This is...
what I mean by that is charges, like, of these people. And I know that's asking for a lot.
He got charged.
It shouldn't just be him.
What I'm saying is he got charged and he was out here living life.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you want charges? Bro, this is not fair. Like, this is not... Like, you want fairness. And so do everybody else who's, like, giving their energy to this. That's not happening, man. It's not. And that's like, and I brought up the voting thing earlier, and this is exactly why. Because where do I get to vote on that? Which politician? Everybody who tells me, who encourages me to vote, I want you to tell me right now which politicians it is that's trying to change that. That's trying to change the disparity in legal defense, in the possibility of me getting out when I didn't do shit. I want you to tell me who it is that I need to be voting for that. And it's somebody that be telling me to vote and shit who talks about how, like, well, you gotta vote and vote and vote and vote and vote and vote and vote. I'm like, bro, my grandma been voting since she was a little kid, bro. Like, she been voting since she could. She was 18 years. Change. Bro, you kidding me? Like, what difference does it make? You're not changing the fact that somebody who has billions of dollars gets to leave. Like, he just gets to leave and go out into the world. And your brother did nothing and had to sit down because we don't have it like that.
It's that simple.
Like, what's changing, man? Like, why do you want me to look over here when it's literally niggas in the family that is in prison right now? Like you want me to look over here and watch these motherfuckers who have some of the funniest movies and videos and have talk shows and shit? You want me to pay attention to that?
Yeah.
Like, dog, it's people we know. It's people we know, man. Like, that's what my week was filled with. I found out one of my childhood friends got life.
Yeah.
And wrestling with the fact that I think he might actually fucking deserve it. Like, dog, what, man? I don't give a fuck what Oprah was out here doing. I hate to say it, man, but I don't. I really don't. Damn, man. I don't know, man. I feel like this is one of the things that we all supposed to, like, have our eyes on right now. Yeah. And I don't really love that. I actually specifically avoid shit like that. And I get that, like, I'm missing out on things that people care about, and I might even be missing out on people that I should be, like, shunning and refusing to patronize whatever it is that they got going on. But at the same time, man, ain't nobody out here trying to make inner city Akron better.
But like, it was weird because when I first heard about this case, like, the years ago, I was interested, and then years went by, I just forgot about it, and it started, like, getting teased. So it's like, it brought me back, like, oh yeah, whatever fucking happened here, and then who was involved. That's why I got, like, I can say I got, like, hooked in. I started waiting, like, when was this gonna drop? But then when they said it was going to drop sometime this year, I was like, oh yeah, fuck this, y'all playing games. And then ended up dropping the same day. So it was like, okay, I'm going to look into it. And then when I hopped on the game, I was chilling with somebody, they asked me about it. I was like, oh yeah. So it's like, that made me realize, okay, this is big news, I guess, in the world, in USA. So that's what I had to ask you about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know shit, pretty much. I heard his name a lot, and it felt like the same type of thing then, where it's like, you can't give me a good reason to give a shit about this. Like, I don't think anybody knew who he was. Like, nobody I know
prior to this
knew who he was before he got caught for what he was doing.
Facts, same.
Don't get me wrong. I completely understand wanting to learn about this man.
I still don't know what he did. I don't know if he's an actor.
He made money.
That's just it?
Yeah. He was like a financial something and making hella money.
Didn't know that.
That his job was to make money. But I completely understand wanting to find out about this person after you find out their villainy. Yeah. That makes sense to me. We don't go looking for every villain though. Most of us, every time you hear somebody did a bad thing, you don't go learning about their lives.
But
It was just real popular learning about this guy's life. I avoided that shit personally. What was you about to say?
well, I don't think it's looking for like every villain. I just like whoever's linked to this case.
No. What I'm saying is, I understand being interested in being interested in who this person was. I understand that. The same as like Casey Anthony. Like, I understand looking into Casey Anthony. I understand looking into like different serial killers and like the worst people. I understand that. But most people don't go looking into every single villain.
Gotcha.
And this is one of the ones that like, it just seemed popular to be on that. And I just wasn't. When the Netflix joint came out, I was bored as shit. I don't remember. Was that in COVID? I think that was during COVID.
I didn't know he has a special, bro.
I think it was during COVID. And niggas was in the house. So I watched it. Then I pretty much got everything that I needed out of that. And I ain't really been, I'm not necessarily like interested in what's going on over there. Like, I'd prefer justice come to people, but I know what to expect, man. Like, we don't really play the same game.
Facts. That's the best way to put it.
But that kind of leads me into a conversation that I wanted to have with you. I've had it with a couple of different people, and I get different answers a lot. If you got to be the decision maker for what the justice system in our country was going to focus on, either guilty people being punished or innocent people not being punished. Excuse me. Which would you favor? And before I answer, or before I let you go on that, just know that whichever one you focus on, the other one will be less upheld. So if you put all of your emphasis on guilty people being punished, there are going to be some innocent people that get punished.
Right.
If you put all of your emphasis on innocent people always being free, some guilty people will be free. Which one is more important to you?
Innocent people being free.
Nigga, me too.
I think that's pretty easy.
Yeah, me too.
Because I at the end of the day, I just feel like letting a guilty person free is better than an innocent person serving.
I agree with you.
Like, that's just easy for me.
Sure. Why?
I don't want to say I'm biased, but even before that, like, that just makes sense to me. Like,
yeah, no,
like,
for me too. Yeah.
So it's like, I look at it as like, you did nothing wrong. You can't prove you did nothing wrong, and you still have to sit here. It's like you just lost that life. Like, you didn't do anything wrong, so why do you have to serve this? It's like some things look like you're guilty, but you just can't prove like you didn't do it, and then you just got to eat it. It's like that's fucked up. Like, there's nothing more you can do. Like, when it's out of your hands, I feel like that's some fucked up shit. Like, when your life is not in your hands, it's like a different game. And I just rather people not have to deal with that. Like, at least if you're guilty, like, come on now, you gotta like expect it. You're just hoping to get off. But if you're innocent, it's like, bro, like, I need to be. I didn't do anything.
But it seems to me like you're focusing on the bad that you're avoiding by not having an innocent person being in, but you're ignoring the bad that you're allowing by that guilty person being free. Like, if they stole, they'll steal again. Or there's a likelihood. If they stole, there's a likelihood they steal again. And whatever it is that they've done, there's an argument that it may now be accentuated because they feel like they can get away with it. They have less fear of punishment.
Okay, so using that logic, if an innocent person goes down, sometimes they might not even have the chance to even do it again, right? because they're just not. Some niggas, like you said, some niggas got life. Some of them are innocent. They won't even have the opportunity to do it again. With a guilty person, if they get out, they might not do it again, bro.
Sure.
They might not.
Yeah, right.
But if they do, they still have that chance of serving their time or possibly getting out again. Sometimes innocent people don't have that choice. Like, sometimes there's not no double jeopardy or whatever. Like, you just got to serve this, like, that shit, 25 years of your life. You ain't do shit. Like,
But sometimes a murderer murders again.
yeah. I can't, I don't want to say happy, but that's just the chance you got to take, bro. Like, it's better to know. I think it's better for me to know, like, if you're found guilty, because I focus more on innocent people, like, you're guilty. Like, I know you're guilty. That's the guilty rate will be higher. And I can know it's successful, though. Like, I know I got it right here. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, it would be hard for me to sleep at night knowing, like, I put somebody innocent behind bars. That's fucked up. How you get them their time back?
I just feel like you're ignoring, I guess, you're not expressing a similar emotion to knowing that you let somebody who took somebody's family member away out too. Like, I would have a hard time sleeping at night on either side of this scenario.
No, I get that, but again, if I have the guilty plea, I know without a doubt in my mind this is the correct thing to do. Like, I didn't mess up. But on the other side, like, okay, this guy might be guilty. Maybe I'm 50-50, but at least I know I didn't put somebody innocent.
That's not the point that I'm making. That's the argument. And I agree. I would rather a guilty person be free than an innocent person be punished.
Uh-huh.
I agree with you. What I'm saying is you are focusing on the negative emotion when you're wrong in both scenarios. And when you bring up the scenario where you were wrong and put a free person behind bars, that hurts. Yeah. Like, there is emotional pain to putting somebody who didn't deserve it in prison. And you are just completely skirting and moving around the emotional pain when somebody definitely did do it.
And they got off.
Like, that shit is, to me, it's not just as bad, but fuck is bad.
Yeah, right. That's what, because I know, to me, like you said, to me, it's just not as bad as, like, that's going to have to happen, bro. Because you're not even acknowledging that it sucks, though, dog. No,
and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It will definitely even suck more for the victims having to see that man free. Like,
and I think that is where people with the other perspective, people from the other side, have answered this prompt when I gave it to them. How, like, they just couldn't see somebody who did it getting the opportunity to do it again out here in the free world. And I understand that. I definitely do. It just it don't weigh as much to me.
I know I'm biased because I never seen the opposite end of that.
What do you mean?
Someone who was guilty but got off, and someone had to deal with that.
When you say you've never seen, you mean you're living you're watching somebody who doesn't deserve being punished right now?
No, what I'm saying is I never seen someone who deserves to be punished not get punished. And
what do you mean by that?
Can I finish?
My fault, man.
You would know if I finish. So the victims of this crime having to see me personally, like, actually knowing them.
Yeah,
I don't seeing their defendant, whatever. What would it be called? The murderer of their loved one just out and about. Like, I never had to experience that. Experience a person who had to deal with that
face to face. The way that you are watching somebody else who doesn't deserve it being punished.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why
I said like 2 minutes ago.
I think I'm biased.
Yeah, you definitely biased for sure.
All right,
you definitely biased. I am too, though. We both know innocent people, man. We both know, and we both know innocent people. I'd even say that we both know people that that aren't completely innocent that got more than what it seems the justice system say is necessary.
Agree.
Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
If it's one way, then it's that way, and we see it not be that way all the time.
Yeah.
And I just think that if we're going to prioritize one, it would have to be free people are free. Like people who innocent people just get to live their life. If you didn't do nothing, you get to be out here, man. I think that's just that's more important. I think that an innocent person being punished as if they are guilty does more harm overall than a guilty person being free. And the reason that I say that is because those guilty punishments will ruin that innocent person's life, almost certainly.
Wouldn't it be the same thing though?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you thought about it enough.
Okay.
So let's say innocent person is guilty and got sent out. That means that innocent man or the guilty man is free. So it would be the same thing no matter what. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's just the same scenario no matter what. But I think that the harm caused I think it's a higher guarantee that one of their lives is worsened significantly. Because that guilty man, according to all the statistics, that guilty man is likely to go down at some point.
Yeah.
Likely to get caught for something and go down. That innocent man is very unlikely to have a successful life.
Especially how they do you when you get out. If you get out.
Yeah. And that's that to me, that makes the argument.
Yeah, you really start off like ground zero.
Yeah. Worse than ground zero.
Right.
Like you got to dig out.
It's so crazy. And then just to think like some niggas might not even have a support system. Mm-hmm. Blows that shit just like.
It's not even that they don't have a support system. Their support system is in the same place they was when you went in.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have shit to begin with. Like none of us had shit. You had your freedom taken away from you, and that's all we had the whole time was freedom.
Facts.
Like we can't help you no more than we can help ourselves, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one. I'm only a little bit surprised, and I probably shouldn't be because of your brother's circumstances. Uh-huh. But I'm a little bit surprised that that's not that you didn't go the way that everybody else did. And the only reason that I say that is because I've had this conversation with a bunch of people.
Really?
Yeah, I've had this conversation with a bunch of people, and it seemed like everybody is like torn, if not fully on the side of guilty people gotta get punished, and that's the most important thing.
And I feel like that's where we are today, though.
Yeah.
And it's not. And I don't mean guilty people get punished. Like somebody is guilty. They just find somebody who they want to put the guilty name on somebody.
Yeah.
Case closed. Move on.
Yeah, it wasn't until I think I was out of high school when I found out, because I was always under the impression that like everybody's innocent until proven otherwise.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And I didn't find it out until I was an adult that it's kind of a game to them. Like conviction rate is something that looks good. That's why plea deals exist, because you can get an easy conviction. It's a guaranteed conviction if they just say that they're guilty.
Yeah.
And you can threaten them with like basically being destitute monetarily. Like you could just drain them of all their money if you say we're gonna take you to court and you're facing a football. It's like, oh well, fuck, I'll just take the Like the person that I know that just got sentenced, he took a plea deal. He wasn't even supposed to be on trial until 2 weeks later. And he took a plea deal and got life. I'm like, what the fuck could they have put in your face? Yeah. Like, what could they have put in your face to get a plea deal? But I also know lawyers is expensive, man.
That and then public defenders encourage you to take a plea.
Yeah, he didn't have a public defender. So. But yeah, exactly. That's the whole. It's a game.
Yeah, they even got TV shows of like Suits.
I've never seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, it's the highest. He was like a lawyer with the highest rate, wasn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, it's glorified it.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the courtroom when my brother was going to trial and shit. I learned to really hate that environment, like real bad, real bad, bro.
I don't see them people who is in that. I don't see them as people.
Yeah,
is that weird?
I kind of hate that. No, I agree. I can't say I agree. I understand, and I hate that.
Like, yeah,
I want to be able to see them as people.
yeah, and I can't.
I want to know, like, because I'm sure if I did this every day, I would become desensitized to it as well. But, like, I mean, we watch people get sent up the river for a minute. Like, we literally, bro, they started a day one of these days. It was a fucking Thursday. They just started this random Thursday off, sending this dude up the river for 13 years, and he was 18 years old. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, me and my family is sitting there like, oh my God. Like, bro's in college and it's over for him. Yeah. Like, he's in college right now and it's over for him. And literally they took like a little recess or whatever, and all the attorneys is walking around talking to each other. I'm talking about like the ones, the defense attorneys and the DAs all talking to each other like, oh yeah, you should have seen this trout I caught this weekend. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Like nothing just
like, what
happened.
the fuck is this?
Yeah. And you just remind me of something. That's probably why I love the movie Law Abiding Citizen.
Love that fucking
That
movie.
shit was incredible.
Yeah, love
and
that movie.
It's like, y'all got what y'all fucking deserve. Like, that makes sense, man.
Now, it sounds like you're making a counter argument.
Nah.
It sounds like you're making a counter argument now.
Listen, I know.
That's different.
If you haven't seen that movie, please go see it. But I feel like it's a good point. Like, pay attention to what you do. Like, them judges, like, he gave you statements, and you just let them walk. Like, he was an eyewitness to this crime, and his family was the victims, and you just let them get out, man. Like, you got to be more, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, a better like a real person, I should say. A real person. Like, I don't think judges be real people.
Yeah, but eyewitness testimony ain't great. Like,
if you're there,
that's not great proof, man.
you're the victim.
That's not great proof, bro. Niggas be lying. Niggas don't remember shit
Listen,
well.
Eyewitnesses is good when it happened to us.
What do you mean?
When it happens to us, if there's,
Sure.
but it doesn't work on certain levels though.
I'm saying that it shouldn't work.
At all?
Like, it should not at all, but it shouldn't work very well. You know how many people done seen Elvis, bro? I'm being dead ass right now. No. I'm being so serious right now. You know how many people have seen Elvis and have like video evidence of it? Do you like? There's a lot. You know how many people have seen Sasquatch? How many people got abducted by aliens?
Listen,
I'm being dead ass.
No one's seen Sasquatch,
bro. I'm being so serious right now.
No one's seen them.
There are millions, and that is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Millions
There's a whole
of
TV
eyewitness accounts. Millions of eyewitness
idiots who
accounts.
believe it's real.
So what? Eyewitness accounts, bunches of them. So what? Leprechauns is real? Like, that's not how that works. That's not how that. You stop. No, see, you.
Time out. That makes you just as bad as me if you thought the same thing. I didn't even say anything.
You said something.
You just as bad.
Me?
You just as bad.
Y'all all too.
Hey, we thought the same thing.
No,
So, what?
You said it.
Okay.
You said it.
Bro, I just gave you a look.
You said it.
Look, Savon, I'm going to rewind this back.
No, I'm not.
And then
no, future Savon, you bet not.
Look, you just as bad.
That's crazy.
But we thought the same.
That's
you
crazy.
Just as bad.
But yeah, no, that's I think there is an argument for the other side. I don't think it's as good an argument. But they playing a game. The people who work in that field is work. It's not necessarily justice, it's the business of the justice system. Like, that's not, the justice system is not a system for justice necessarily. It is the business of the justice system. And it's like, that's not the same thing. As much as they want you to think it's the same thing, that is very much not the same thing. It's the reason the motherfuckers is millionaires. Okay? Like, that's not,
which is weird.
That's not the same thing, man. It's a reason that they can make millions and cops don't. It's not the justice system. It's a business.
Now, what do you think? Is there like a small change that you think could happen that would make it better?
The justice system?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want more time to actually answer this question, but because you asked, I do, because we rarely get back to the I want more time thing. So I can say that, like, plea deals should stop being a thing. If you want to win trial, go to trial. No more plea deals. If you want to win, go. Like, go fight for it.
I can question that, but I feel like it would be too long of an answer for you.
No, go for it.
So if you cancel plea deals and niggas just sitting in the cell, like, where is this space at because of the time now?
I don't understand what you mean.
So, everyone's right to a speedy trial. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But if there's no plea deals, all that does is just make it longer.
It shouldn't. Like, speedy trial. You know that a plea deal is literally not going to trial.
Right.
It's waiving your right to a fair trial.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
But
so that's not a speedy trial. That is them literally avoiding trial. They should have to get their evidence, try you in a timely fashion, and if they're right, you go to prison. If they're wrong, you don't. They don't get to throw numbers in your face to scare you into giving them a conviction.
Why they do it too.
Yeah, of course. And if that wasn't a thing, this would make a little bit more sense more often, I think.
For me, if there was like a small change, we should vote on like county jails or judges who will handle our cases.
We do.
Or like our actual criminal cases. I know we vote like the Supreme or whatever. Like, they can can't they stand for however long they want?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no terms on that. Yeah, they could just be old on that. I don't think we vote on that. But also age limits on that shit too. I think that matters too.
You'd be surprised, man.
I know, but I feel like if you're younger, you have a better chance of like relating, I guess, with some of the people you come across than just another one bites the dust here and you just keep moving on. I feel like that little change.
I don't know if I care about that. I don't care if you relate. I don't care if you relate, man. Be fair. What are the facts? Be fair about the facts. And if this is something that you have given out L's for before, give out L's.
You saying be consistent?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I care about. Fairness, man. I don't give a fuck if you relate to me or not. I don't care. I don't care. Black judges be wildin' too.
For sure.
Young judges be wildin' too. And there be some lenient old judges. There be some lenient white judges. Like, the system is fucked. I don't like the people in it literally are just plug and play. And I'd bet you, bro, that you find some of these people and have like real candid conversations with them. They be like, man, I ain't know it was gonna be like this. I really thought I was gonna make a difference. And end up finding out like you gotta be friends with dog, you gotta be friends with fam, you gotta be friends with gang. No, man, like you lay down the law.
That's disgusting, though.
It is, of course, but like that's the game they playing. My mom taught me at a young age, bro, you just have to avoid that shit altogether because there's no such thing as fairness. And it's crazy because as I see kids growing up now, I see parents telling them like trying to teach them the way that these positions are meant to be. Like they talk about the police as the police are meant to be. They talk about judges and lawyers as they're meant to be.
Not what they are.
That's not real.
Yeah.
My mom taught me to avoid them motherfuckers at all costs.
Yeah. And that is dangerous too, for what you want them to be and not see them for what they are.
Yeah, because you're going to end up with a real fucking Carlton moment. You're going to end up with a real Carlton moment.
For real.
But Dad, I didn't do anything. Yeah, bitch. yeah, bitch. Yeah.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah. Welcome to prison.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man. I don't know. I guess, I don't know if I really wanted to have this conversation today, but I feel triggered. I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel triggered. I feel triggered by the Epstein thing.
And what also bothers me about like people in the justice system is they won't see the problem until they're in that position, but they won't ever be in that position because of the power they have.
No, I doubt it, bro. I really doubt it. I really doubt that they don't see the problem. I doubt it because I know people, and I can't pretend that I'm not one of them, but I know people that are in a position where they benefit from I don't want to say negative, but non-positive events. Like the pandemic made some people rich on the stock market.
Okay, yeah.
We cool with that. Like if you got up off of that it's unemployment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got up off that unemployment, wasn't nobody mad about that?
Facts.
Like that's what's up.
Yeah.
At the same time, motherfuckers dying.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers dying, dog. And you good with like, hey man, gotta crack a couple eggs, ain't it? You gotta crack a couple eggs to make an omelet, ain't it? And that's like, I think that's the same thing that they doing. Bro, you tell me that I might have to send some bad people to prison forever. And you gonna make me a millionaire? You want me to pretend to tell you that's gonna be an easy no from me? Just because you telling me that sometimes it's gonna be an innocent person? You want me to tell you that's gonna be an easy no for me? It's not. It's not. Especially if I went to school thinking I could really make a difference. I could really go out here and make a difference. And then you tell me, yeah, man, you're gonna be arguing on the side of what's right for your entire career, and we will give you financial freedom. We will give you, like, you will break this generational curse, and you'll be able to create generational wealth. Just to let you know, sometimes it's gonna be an innocent motherfucker that you end up sending to prison, and that's mostly out of your control. You want me to tell you that I'm gonna be like, nah?
I don't even think it's out of their control, man.
Of course, it's not fully out of their control, but like, what you think? You think one of these motherfuckers gonna be Nat Turner? you think one attorney, one defense attorney, one district attorney? You think one of them gonna change the world? Nope. The whole system is fucked. And when you tell me that, and I know that that's like throwing your hands up as if saying like, what can you do? But at the same time, what can you do?
Yeah, like, what is the act? You can't say get rid of all of them, then what? It's like.
And this is just another one of them situations where it's like, well, shit, dog. My family got to eat too. I happen to be smart as hell and I'm willing to go to school for 10 years, so my family got to eat too. And that's where they at. That's where it is, man. So, I mean, they really are just people. They really are just people. That
they don't act like it, though. They do not act like people.
Nah, they do.
I don't think so.
Nah, they do. I think you don't give people enough credit for how nasty they are. Like I just said, I'm not necessarily any better. I would love to say that I am. I feel in my heart that I am, but I know that I'm not. I'm just a greedy ass nigga from the 330, bro. You telling me that I could, like, if I had the ability to go to school, yeah, man, fuck yeah. I'd love to be a lawyer. Especially since I think I know the answers. Especially since I think I know how to do it the fair way. Let's go make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do this the fair way, to make sure your brother don't never get where he going or get where he was at. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's do that. And then you find out you can't. You end up being a public defender or something. Well, fuck.
Getting a nigga to take pleas.
My family still got to eat.
It's an evil world we live in.
I don't know if I like how this conversation went.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I don't like how triggered I feel. I just don't. I don't want to focus on Jeffrey Epstein, man. I didn't want to focus on him when we were first focusing on him. There's so much shit going on, dog. There's so much shit going on around the corner. Around the corner.
But you being triggered by this, does it bring like that you're actually affected by this real world problem? Like, let's say you wasn't triggered by it. Like, you're desensitized now, like these judges. So, is it at least nice to know, like, you're still in tune with how Savon?
Nah, man, because this pain, like, what do it do? What do it do? It just reminds me how fucking helpless we feel. Like, what do you want me to fucking do, bro?
It's like, I'll just lay down. That's what it like. I'll just lay down.
What can I even do?
Do what you go do, bro.
It's not even that. I would love to change it. I would love to fix it. How? Because not only is the system absolutely obliterated, but my community is too. Like, niggas really out here wilding. Like I said, I'm wrestling with the fact that one of my childhood homies might deserve the L he got. That shit feels sick. Remember, we was talking about how we talk about free the guys, free the niggas, and somebody approached me about it saying, yeah, but some of them deserve to be in there, and we said, yeah, no, and we understand that, but there are also those emotional situations where people are saying free them, even though they did some shit where they belong there.
Facts.
I'm afraid that I might know somebody who
belong there,
who earned their spot. And it's like, I knew this nigga since a kid. He was a normal nigga. He was a normal, greedy, acrid nigga like me.
And what's tough about that is you almost want to like make excuses for him, though.
Yeah, but in reality, I can't.
Facts. You can't.
And it's like, as much as I want the justice system to have been fixed, I also want my community to be in such a way where I don't have any niggas that I know that I would be like, well, damn, you bought that ticket, ain't it?
Facts.
Like, that shit, it really, like, no, it don't feel good, bro. It don't feel good. I feel like it just highlights a reality that I wish I had the ability to ignore in spite of Jeffrey Epstein. I wish I had the ability to see Jeffrey Epstein's face, hear you talk about Jeffrey Epstein, hear you talk about Oprah and Will Smith and Will Ferrell, and not think about the niggas that I know personally who were either fucked by the system or earned their spot in the system, and now they mom's hurting. I wish I didn't have to think about that shit. I wish I could see Jeffrey Epstein's face and be like, damn, man, I wonder what celebrity was out here wilding. But no, like, instead, I see that shit and I'm like, wow, my real life, like, shit that happens in my real life and these people real life is entertainment when is somebody rich? This entertainment now? Fuck. That is nasty. That is nasty. Don't share that shit to me. Don't share that shit to me at all.
You know, I always share shit you want to see, though.
Yeah, that's a fact too.
Yeah.
That's a fact too.
For some reason, I'm known for that to you.
Yeah, don't do that shit. I'm not trying to see that shit, man. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to choose to win, and I want my niggas to not lose when they didn't.
Yeah, we gotta go get some money. I feel like the common denominator here is some money, bro. That shit go change it. In a nasty way, though. That shit go change it.
Yeah, that doesn't make me any less hateful, man. That don't make me any less hateful about it, to be honest with you.
It's weird because they say we gotta play their game, but we really can't play their game.
No, of course not.
It's like, it's really a lose-lose. Like, you just gotta not fuck with them. That's the only answer, bro.
Now, to be fair, it's a lose-lose-lose. Because when you start trying to win, the people who you try to win to support think you look different.
Yeah, we went through that. Yeah. Or start acting different or... But I got a real question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you supposed to say the same?
No. But I don't think staying the same is as expected as staying true. And I think that there is a certain air of not staying true. And that's a real thing, I think. I think people really do start to behave as if they're not from what they're from.
Uh-huh.
And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing as long as you stay true and remember where you're from. But I also think that jealousy and just not understanding anything other than the thing you're from makes it look like somebody isn't staying true.
Facts.
A lot.
Especially when you're experiencing something they never even experienced and it just looks different to them.
Yeah.
That's simple. Like, it just looks different to them.
Yeah.
You just have to adapt to what's new for you. And they don't even know that because they ain't even hit it yet. All right. I know exactly what you mean by that.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's hard to be an advocate in any way. Like, it's hard to be an advocate because it almost feels like you have to support a certain way, and you have to take your support away from other places. Like, give attention the correct way, and that's something that I don't think that's possible, man. Like, there is no supporting the right way. Yeah, you will always be able to be judged about the way that you are showing your support.
I just hope it's genuine, though. That's the best. Just do it out of love.
I love
man.
that. Yeah.
And if they take it how they take it, that's no longer on you, though.
Yep. Facts.
So as long as you genuine with it.
Facts. Fuck, man. You ready to get out of here?
I'm good.
You good. That's crazy. No, I'm done. I'm cashed out, bro.
I'm actually really good.
That shit, I feel burnt out.
Really?
Yeah, I feel
Your
burnt
emotion?
out. Yeah.
Well,
I kind of got hot a little bit.
now, I don't feel burnt out because my brother halfway through the game now. So this is a milestone for me. It's like I can't be upset because, like, I got to win now. Like, next week is a win for me. It ain't over, but it's a win. It's like a small victory. So it's like I'm high off that right now.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I should be too. Yeah, I can appreciate that, and I do. Free the guys, and the niggas is almost free. Hit us up at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, or the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com.
For the geezers.
Naysayer.
See you next time.